What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out the 10 avatars of Vishnu Hindu mythology. This is by CU in History/Mythology. I will leave a link, like I always do, down in the description. I'm really excited for this video. I've been told to watch this video quite a few times, actually. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Original Pagan, my new channel, my second channel. I do have another channel called Original Human, which is more military orientated, and I didn't want to put this passion of mine, which is spirituality and culture and religion and mythology, I didn't want to integrate that too much into my military channel, and so I created Original Pagan. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps with that mysterious YouTube algorithm. And if this channel, which the amount of love this channel has got so far has been absolutely amazing, the amount of love we've got. If you want this channel to carry on, if you want me to keep making videos here on this channel and grow it just as much as my other channel, again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There'll be a link down below to the original video. Let's crack on. Let's find out about the 10 avatars of Vishnu.
Vishnu is one of the most important gods among the many Hindu deities. He is responsible for preserving and sustaining the world. To accomplish this, Vishnu assumes different forms or avatars to restore the cosmic balance and protect the world from the forces of evil.
Interesting.
Dashavatara is a Hindu mythological concept designating the 10 incarnations of the god Vishnu.
Is Vishnu the one... Oh my god, people are going to laugh at me for this. Where's my book? I have a book down here somewhere. Oh my days, where is it? I have the Bhagavad Gita down there somewhere. There it is. 1 second. I'm going to grab my book real quick. The Bhagavad Gita right here. Is Vishnu the one that is in dialogue? There's two people in dialogue, right? The Bhagavad Gita, the Song of the Lords, is the best known of the Indian sculptures. The Aknath Eshwaran's reliable, readable version has constantly been the best-selling translation. It doesn't say anywhere. Introduction to Gita. The Bhagavad Gita opens dramatically on a battlefield as the warrior Arjuna turns in anguish to his spirit guide, Sir Krishna. Okay, so it's Sri Krishna. Which maybe is an avatar. Let's have a look at the names down here. Is Krishna? Yes. Oh, okay. So Krishna, Sri Krishna, is an avatar of Vishnu, and so in the Bhagavad Gita, he's basically talking to Vishnu, or at least the avatar of Vishnu. Okay, amazing. Okay, I feel like things are slowly starting to be put together for me when it comes to mythology. Well, not mythology. People hate it when I say Hinduism's mythology. I'm so sorry. It's not, is it? I'm going to read this soon, but I just wanted some context, that's all.
These 10 avatars or incarnations represent distinct stages of evolution, appearing at different yugas or times. In Hindu mythology...
Oh yeah, we're in a different yuga now, and I keep pausing. People are going to be pissed. We're in is it the Kali yuga? Is that what it's called? Current... I'm Googling it. Hindu time. Kali Yuga, yeah. What is the Kali Yuga again? That's a whole nother video, isn't it? I feel like, though, this is what Hinduism is like. It's a constant... Wait, what's that again? Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, wait, okay, let's go back. What was they talking about again? That's literally every time I watch a Hindu video, because I'm still new to it, that's what it is. Kali Yuga in Hinduism is the fourth shortest and worst of the 4 yugas in the yuga cycle. Great, awesome, brilliant. That's what I want to hear. We're in the worst time. Awesome.
When the god Vishnu manifests on Earth to restore cosmic order, he does so in different incarnations or avatars. In today's video, we'll learn about the 10 avatars of the god Vishnu and their roles in the evolution of time and the preservation of Dharma, cosmic order, and justice. Matsya was the first of the 10 Hindu incarnations of Vishnu. He took the form of a fish to save the world from a huge flood that threatened to destroy all life. Matsya is usually portrayed as a figure with the upper torso of a man and the lower torso of a fish.
Why is it in that a lot of religions and cultures there is a flood myth? That's another video we should look at, isn't it?
With 4 arms holding weapons and symbols of power. During the Great Flood of Hindu mythology, Matsya appears to save the pious and first man Manu. He advised him to build a great boat and take with him 7 sages and samples of all living creatures and seeds of all plants.
Wait, that sounds very much like Noah, right? Obviously, Hinduism's much older than Christianity, though, which is very strange.
As the world would undergo a renewal. When the flood happened, Matsya guided the boat to safety, and Manu became the progenitor of the new human race. Matsya represents the need to preserve wisdom in life in the face of adversity and destruction. The idea of a new beginning after a cataclysmic event makes us reflect on resilience, renewal, and the ability to overcome challenges.
Yeah.
Matsya also highlights the importance of responsible leadership. King Manu, guided by Matsya, is the guardian of life and knowledge. He shows that leadership requires wisdom, courage, and a sense of duty towards all living beings. The Matsya avatar is celebrated during the Hindu festival of Dashavadara, which honors
Dashavadara.
Vishnu's 10 incarnations.
There's me, every time I hear some of the terminology, I'm trying to repeat it so that I can get a bit better at the pronunciation of a lot of these things. Because even Hinduism is not really something I should be saying. It's Santa Dharma, right? Sanatan. I can't even do it, guys. Next one.
In Hindu mythology, Kurma is the second incarnation of Vishnu. In this case, he took the form of a turtle to help the gods and demons contribute to the churning of the cosmic ocean, known as Samudra Manthan,
Interesting.
and to recover the nectar of immortality, concealed at the bottom of the ocean.
Whoa.
According to this Hindu myth, the gods and demons cooperated to obtain the nectar of immortality, which they believed would give them eternal life and power.
So there's something in the bottom of the ocean that can give us eternal life? I don't know if I want to live forever. That'd be kind of, I don't know. I don't think it's a vibe, to be honest with you. I'm just here to have a good time and then go. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I want to be hanging about.
To recover this nectar, they needed to stir up the ocean using Mount Mandara as the trigger and the Vasuki snake as the rope. When the churning began, the mountain began to sink into the ocean, as it was too heavy to be supported by the gods or demons.
Wow.
It was at this point that Vishnu took on the Kurma avatar, held the mountain on his back, and allowed the churning to continue. The churning of the ocean produced many things, including a poison capable of destroying all life on Earth.
Wow.
The god Shiva
that's not
appeared and drank all of it, saving the universe from destruction.
Oh, wow. That's
Numerous objects
sick.
and creatures also emerged.
That's quite a goat move there, right? Isn't it? Like, that's a good move. He was like, well, I'll take one for the team here, guys. That's pretty sick.
Emerged from the ocean, including the goddess of wealth Lakshmi and the god of medicine Dhanvantari, who carried with him the nectar of immortality.
Whoa.
Gods and demons fought over the nectar. But with Vishnu's help, the gods managed to defeat the demons and secure the nectar, obtaining immortality and eternal life.
Jeez.
The Kurma avatar symbolizes stability, support, and balance. By bearing the weight of the mountain, Kurma maintains harmony between the gods and demons, allowing them to reach a common goal. This story shows the importance of cooperation, even between enemies, to achieve greater goals and collective benefits.
Okay. Next one. Whoa, this one looks
Varaha
sick.
is worshipped as the third
Wait,
avatar.
I talked over that then. What was his name?
Varaha is worshipped as the
Varaha.
third avatar of Vishnu. He is usually depicted with a human body and a boar's head, holding a disc, a conch shell, and a war club, symbols of his divine powers. In Hindu mythology, Vishnu took the form of a boar or a human with a boar's head to rescue the earth, personified by the goddess Bhudevi from the demon Hiranyaksha, who had kidnapped her at the bottom of the cosmic ocean.
Okay. I feel like that was so much to take in then. So much. let's just go back. In the cosmic ocean. Okay.
Demon Hiranyaksha, who had kidnapped her at the bottom of the cosmic ocean.
I want to hear that story. I want to hear more of that story. Someone was kidnapped in the. Oh my god! I want to know what these stories are sick.
Legend has it that Varaha dived to the bottom of the ocean and fought a fierce battle with the demon Hiranyaksha, killing him after an epic battle that lasted 1,000 years. Afterwards, Varaha carried Bhudevi on his tusks to her rightful place.
Whoa.
The goddess Bhudevi was so grateful to Varaha for saving her that she became his loyal devotee and vowed to always serve him. After rescuing the goddess, Varaha rested on Mount Meru, the axis of the world, and created the universe. He is sometimes referred to as the cosmic boar, and is said to have dug the earth out of the cosmic waters with his tusks. In
That's
this
pretty cool.
redemptive mission, Varaha symbolizes the divine force, capable of rescuing and purifying. The story reminds
It's interesting how they've gone from a flood myth to the rescuing of the planet from the cosmic ocean. You would think that that would be first, wouldn't you? But there must be, obviously, I'm sure this video is just generalizing the story quite a lot and isn't going into detail.
us that, even in the most demanding circumstances, light and truth will prevail over darkness and injustice. Narasimha is considered one of the strongest and most fearsome incarnations of Vishnu.
The lion?
This avatar has a human body with the head and claws of a lion.
Whoa.
Narasimha is considered a symbol of protection and courage, capable of destroying all the forces of evil.
Seems to always be carrying a disc of some sort. Is that some sort of representation for the universe or something? Or the spiraling of the Milky Way? Is that what that's representing?
Hindu myths state that Narasimha was created to defeat the demon king Hiranyakashipu, who received the blessing of invincibility. The demon became arrogant and tyrannical, persecuting anyone who did not worship him as a god. The tyrant banned the worship of Vishnu and oppressed his devotees, but his own son, Prahlada, remained a fervent devotee of Vishnu, resisting all attempts to change his faith. Angered by Prahlada's unwavering devotion, Hiranyakashipu challenged him to show where Vishnu could be. Prahlada replied that Vishnu is everywhere, even in the columns of the palace. Hiranyakashipu attacked one of them, where Narasimha appeared. The demon and Narasimha fought fiercely, but Hiranyakashipu was unable to stop Narasimha.
These would make a sick TV show. Like, give me like a Game of Thrones budget for something like this. Is this all in? Is it the Mahabharata? Is that what what's the? There's like a collection of books that's like 10 books long or something like that. It might not be that one. It might be a different one. But these stories are unreal.
Who killed the demon by laying him on his lap and tearing him apart with his claws.
Holy.
That was the end of tyranny and the revival of cosmic order. The universe felt relieved, and Vishnu's devotees celebrated the victory of justice.
Whoa.
Prahlada, with tears of devotion in his eyes, knelt before Narasimha. The latter, despite his ferocious appearance, blessed the young prince with love and protection. Narasimha's saga is a timeless narrative that portrays the power of faith. Narasimha, with its ferocious form and protective nature, symbolizes divine omnipresence and intervention to protect righteousness and faith. This story underlines
and all together, it's pretty fucking sick as well, isn't it? I shouldn't have swore then, sorry. It's pretty damn cool, isn't it?
that no matter how strong the forces of evil, justice and truth will prevail. In Hindu mythology, during an ancient war, the king of the gods Indra lost his empire to the king of demons Bali. Indra asked the god Vishnu for help in recovering his domains. Vishnu embodies Vamana for the 5th time, the younger brother of the god Indra, a Brahmin dwarf. Bali was an extremely virtuous demon, observing all religious principles and never failing to fulfill a request from a Brahmin.
These stories are unreal. Like, they deserve a TV show. Like, they're genuinely, like, mind-blowing, aren't they?
Vamana got an audience with Bali, asking him for a piece of land to live on, the size of 3 of his steps. Bali owned the entire galactic system and wanted to fulfill little Vamana's humble wish. After all, how big would the expanse of land be if it could only fit 3 steps of a dwarf?
He owned the full galaxy, the full universe. Is that what he said?
In the first step, Vishnu enveloped the entire galaxy. In the second, the entire universe. And then wondered where he was going to put his foot for the third step. When Bali noticed that Vamana was Vishnu in disguise, he offered him his own head. Vishnu put his foot on Bali's head and pushed him into the underworld.
Whoa.
Vamana symbolizes divine cunning and humility, showing that cosmic balance is often achieved not by force, but by wisdom. Bali, on the other hand, represents righteousness and virtue. Even in the face of unfavorable circumstances, it shows that true devotion has no room for pride. The story underlines the importance of balance and justice, as well as the need to keep one's word and honor commitments, even when the consequences are unexpected.
Do you know what? It's weird. I feel like I have this connection to these stories. Like, they're like so primal in a way, aren't they? And like knowledgeable. And again, it's probably because I consider myself a pagan and I research a lot of Indo-European paganism, right? So I research a lot of Celtic paganism, Druidry, Norse paganism, Germanic paganism, like all these different kind of styles of old spirituality I research. And if you do research them, you do see that there is a lot of connections to Hinduism. Or I'm seeing that more and more the more I look at Hindu videos and read Hindu books and stuff. Or I've not read any books yet, but I'm going to read more books. The more I research Hinduism is what I'm trying to say, is you see this deep underlying connection between these old polytheist, animist religions or spiritualities, because they were more like pockets of spirituality than they were a cohesive religion, right? And so there seems to be like an underlying connection between, and because I feel very deeply connected to them old ways of spirituality, it's almost as if I'm connected to this in a way. Does that make sense? Am I just talking crap here? All right, next one.
Parasurama is the 6th avatar of Vishnu in Hindu mythology. He was born to sage Jamadagni and his wife Renuka. Parasurama was known for his exceptional talents as a Brahmin warrior and his unwavering devotion to Vishnu. Often depicted with an axe, Parasurama used it to defeat and destroy the forces of evil. During Parasurama's time, the world lived under the tyranny of the Kshatriyas, who neglected their duties, exploited the people, and disrespected the sages and Brahmins.
So does this mean we're going to start getting into more like civilization type of reincarnations here, more than just the lion's head, the bull's head, you know, half a turtle, half a fish? Like, are we going to start kind of getting into more like, I'm not going to say realistic depictions, but more humane depictions or human-like depictions? I wonder if that's because obviously I know somewhere up here, yeah, Krishna obviously has a conversation in the Bhagavad Gita, and so it's almost as if maybe we're getting into more, you know, battles and families and kind of like more Game of Thrones-esque, you could probably say, right?
In this context, Parasurama was born into the family of a sage, with the divine purpose of punishing the corrupt Kshatriyas and restoring balance and justice. Branding an axe, Parashu, given to him by Shiva, Parasurama carried out multiple campaigns against the Kshatriyas, eradicating those who practiced injustice and protecting the righteous. He not only purified the earth of corruption, but established the supremacy of Dharma, teaching that power must always be balanced by virtue and responsibility. After fulfilling this mission, Parasurama donated the lands he had conquered to the Brahmins, and retired to devote himself to meditation and penance, becoming an ascetic, i.e. someone who renounces worldly and physical pleasures to reach a higher state of spirituality or understanding.
So he basically started to go inside instead. Like started to go inside himself. Basically started to work on himself a little bit, didn't he? Maybe started getting up early a little bit more, getting some sleep, not watching any screens, started eating healthy. All the stuff that the internet tells us we should do to stay healthy and look after our bodies. He just kind of got into the health scene today. That's pretty sick. So this guy was an absolute beast and was like dominating everyone. And he's like, you know what, guys? I just want to meditate and go inside. It's a good story.
He continues to guide kings and sages to find righteousness.
That's sick.
Unlike the previous avatars, Parasurama is immortalized in Hindu mythology not only as a ruthless warrior, but also as a dedicated ascetic, a symbol of the power of discipline and commitment to righteousness.
I think so far that's my favorite one. Like someone being an absolute badass warrior and then being like, not for me, I'm going to work on myself. I like that. I like that one.
In Hindu mythology,
Okay,
Rama is the seventh avatar
Rama.
of the god Vishnu. He was the king of Ayodhya and the main character in the epic Ramayana, one of the most famous Hindu texts, which narrates his adventures. It is a genuine manual of ethics, duty, and dharma. In this epic, Rama is described as an ideal king and person. He is one of the most worshipped Hindu deities in India, and this incarnation of Vishnu is also the most famous. Rama was the eldest son of King Dasharatha and Kausalya. He married Sita, the daughter of King Janaka, in the Swayamvara ceremony. During this event, Sita's suitors...
Do we know, I know this is more, maybe this is more, you know, I'm not going to say mythological, but more, there's a lot of stories here that might not necessarily be 100% true, and they might be like, you know, extrapolated a little bit. But he was saying that he was a certain king of a certain time. So when was this time? Like, I want to know that. Because if there isn't a legit time put on when this Rama was alive, are we not archaeologically able to find evidence that this person was around? Like, are we not actually able to find physical evidence that this was a real human being? And although it may be thousands of years ago, maybe it's past that time now, but who knows?
had to assemble a powerful bow and consecutively shoot an arrow at 7 trees. Only Rama, as the incarnation of Vishnu, was able to accomplish this task.
That's cool.
When he was banished to the forest for 14 years after his stepmother Kalki wanted her son Varaha to be the king of Ayodhya, Rama set out on a path of self-discovery and enlightenment, helped by his wife Sita and loyal brother Lakshmana.
Wow.
One day, Rama and Lakshmana went hunting and left Sita alone. She was kidnapped by the demon king Ravana. He had 10 heads and 20 arms.
For some reason, I feel like I know some of this story already.
And ruled over Lanka. He held Sita captive in revenge. To rescue Sita, Rama formed an alliance with Sugriva's monkey army, led by the undeterred and devout Hanuman.
Hanuman. I know I've heard Hanuman before. But I've actually got a picture of Hanuman. When I went to, and you might have seen my previous video, I told you guys that I went to a yoga festival in the US, and it was, again, and I'm gonna tell everyone again, the best experience I've ever had in my life, outside of having kids and being married. It was unbelievable. Anyway, that's where I first learned about Hinduism, and we bought this print of someone's painting of Hanuman. It's in the room. It's in the bedroom. It's amazing.
They built a huge bridge to Lanka, Ravana's fortress island, in preparation for the imminent confrontation. The decisive point of the battle was the duel between Rama and Ravana. The latter, using his mystical powers and superhuman strength, was a worthy adversary. On the other hand, Rama personified virtue and dharma, with a divine bow and arrows offered by the gods. The fight was long and arduous. Both combatants exhibited extraordinary skills. Ravana cast spells and summoned demonic creatures, while Rama responded with divine arrows and the power of his virtue. Each of Ravana's attacks was countered by Rama, who remained steadfast. The battle reached its climax when Rama, under the guidance of the wind god Vayu, and armed with the knowledge he had acquired from the sages, launched the divine arrow of Brahma at Ravana. It pierced his heart, and he fell defeated.
Again, I feel like I've heard this story before. Maybe it's just so popular that it just does seep out. And again, I did when I grew up in the UK. I forgot what it's called, but there's a class that everyone does in high school where it's about religious studies, and I'm sure maybe I heard about it then, and it's just kind of coming back. But I just feel like I know this story from somewhere.
It was the victory of good over evil, of justice over injustice. After the end
Make
of his
it a
exile,
TV show.
Rama returned to Ayodhya as a hero and was crowned king. Today, Rama is revered for his courage, virtue, bravery, and absolute devotion to his wife and to Ayodhya.
That's cool. That's really cool. I like that one.
Krishna
Okay, so Krishna is the one that's in the book. So we're up to the part with the Bhagavad Gita now.
is one of the most famous and fascinating characters in Hindu mythology. He is Vishnu's 8th earthly existence and the sacred reincarnation most revered by Indians.
Oh.
He is usually depicted as a blue-skinned cowherd who loves to play the flute to enthrall all living beings. Krishna is known for his love of Radha, his divine consort. Krishna's story begins with his birth in a prison cell in Mathura, where his parents, Vasudeva and Devaki, were being held captive by the cruel king Kamsa. Fearing a prophecy that foretold his death at the hands of Devaki's 8th child, Kamsa imprisoned the couple. But at the moment of Krishna's birth, their chains miraculously snapped. The prison doors opened, and Vasudeva took Krishna along the Yamuna River to Vrindavan, where he was raised by Yashoda and Nanda.
Whoa.
Vrindavan became Krishna's divine playground. It was there that he pulled off countless pranks, which are remembered and celebrated to this day.
I wonder if that part is in the bag. I don't think it is in the Bhagavad Gita, that part. I think literally this book is just the conversation before the war, isn't it? As far as I'm aware. I really need to read it.
One of the most cherished is that of Krishna stealing butter from the gopis' houses, earning him the nickname Makan Chor, butter thief. Krishna was not only a cheeky boy, but also a loving protector. He saved Vrindavan from various calamities, which proved his divinity. When the serpent demon Kaliya poisoned the river Yamuna, Krishna subdued Kaliya with his divine dance over the serpents' heads, purifying the waters and saving the villagers.
Whoa.
The later phase of Krishna's life is filled with heroic deeds and political cunning. The god is also known for his teachings on the path of righteousness and his role as guide and friend to the hero Arjuna in the Indian epic poem Bhagavad Gita.
There we go.
In it, the master guides his disciple Arjuna in the battle of Kurukshetra between the Kauravas and Pandavas, fought to combat good and evil. Krishna is celebrated annually at the Jamashtami festival, which honors his birth and legacy. With his delightful flute and profound wisdom, he continues to be a source of inspiration and devotion in Hinduism. Whether as the mischievous boy from Vrindavan,
Seems like a good guy, doesn't it? Just all-around good guy.
or as Arjuna's spiritual guide, Krishna exemplifies divine love and eternal wisdom. His teachings in the Bhagavad Gita continue to have an impact on devout hearts, illuminating the path towards spiritual fulfillment and harmony with the divine.
Amazing.
In addition to Hinduism, Krishna is also venerated by some followers of the Hare Krishna movement.
I've heard of this before.
Originating in the 20th century, the Hare Krishna chant Krishna's names and perform devotional practices to achieve spiritual enlightenment.
Is that like another chant like we saw in the last video where you do these mantras over and over again and then you feel some sort of connection to something else because of it? We're getting close now. What we got? 8 and 9. Whoa, the next one's Buddha? Really?
In Hinduism, Buddha is revered as the 9th avatar of Vishnu,
I did not
a
know
divine
that.
incarnation who brought with him messages of compassion, nonviolence, and enlightenment. This belief is based on the idea that Vishnu, the preserver god of Hinduism, takes on various forms or avatars to restore cosmic order and protect the world from evil.
Wow.
As a rule, most Hindus believe that Gautama Buddha was another incarnation of Vishnu. However, most Buddhists do not share this belief. This issue is critical for both religions, as Vishnu and Buddha are deeply venerated.
So some people believe he was, and some people believe that there was only 9 avatars of Vishnu then.
Vishnu took the form of Buddha to eradicate pain and suffering, teaching the path of renunciation and enlightenment. He was born as Siddhartha Gautama into a royal family, but renounced wealth and power in search of truth.
Again, is this something that we can prove through archaeology, that the Buddha was a real person? Maybe that's something, maybe I should try and see if there's videos on that we can watch on the channel together and learn.
Achieving enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. The Buddha avatar's mission was to restore balance and justice by eliminating excessive ritualistic practices and fostering the true essence of Dharma. Central to Buddha's teachings are the 4 Noble Truths, diagnosing the nature of human suffering and prescribing a path based on ethics, meditation, and wisdom to achieve nirvana, the state of liberation and peace.
Whoa.
The presence of Buddha in the avatar tradition of Vishnu points to Hinduism's capacity to absorb and harmonize different currents of thought, valuing spiritual diversity and recognizing underlying unity.
It's very progressive in a way, isn't it? And just like shows that they're not kind of putting themselves in a box when it comes to religion. It's kind of inspiring, really, isn't it?
As a Vishnu avatar, Buddha is a prominent example of harmony and mutual respect between religious traditions in India. He is revered as a compassionate guide who illuminates the path of wisdom and compassion, teaching how to overcome suffering and reach inner truth. Whether as the founder of Buddhism or the incarnation of Vishnu, Buddha continues to be a source of light and peace for humanity.
Wow. Last one.
Kalki, the Destroyer, is the 10th and final incarnation of Vishnu.
The Destroyer? Is that what we're saying?
According to Hindu belief, Vishnu materializes on Earth whenever the world is threatened by evil and chaos, with the aim of restoring order and righteousness.
Interesting.
In Hindu cosmology, Kalki is prophesied as the 10th and final avatar of Vishnu, who is destined to appear in the future to usher in the end of the current age, known as Kali Yuga.
So we're due back this guy. He's got to come back soon because we're in time's ticking, mate. You know what I mean? Like, world's getting a bit crazy.
And begin a new era of truth and virtue, Satya Yuga. Kalki is often portrayed as a warrior on a white horse, wielding a flaming sword, which symbolizes the destruction of evil and the re-establishment of Dharma. According to some Hindu texts, Kalki will be joined by a group of Saptarishi warriors who will help him in his mission to restore order to the world. The god will establish a new era of truth and righteousness, and his teachings will put an end to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Kalki is considered a symbol of hope and renewal in Hinduism. His appearance is eagerly awaited by many Hindus. They believe that his arrival is imminent and that the signs of his coming are evident in the world today.
Oh, we got to see something on that. The signs that he's coming back. Oh, that'd be cool if there's a video on that. Great video. Let me quickly Google and see if there is a video on... Let's see if there's a video on it. I guess there's a lot of videos on the Kali Yuga coming around. Interesting. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I was just looking at these ones right here. There's a few different videos on it. I can watch some videos in the near future if you want me to watch some on that. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I loved that video, and I feel this deep connection to Hinduism for some reason. And although this channel is not going to be strictly just Hinduism, it's going to be all forms of spirituality. I do feel like I enjoy specifically starting with Hinduism, and I will get around to reading this at some point. It'll happen at some point, I promise you. And then maybe I'll do some sort of review on the channel. All right, I'm just doing my reread right now of Lord of the Rings, and I gotta do my reread of Lord of the Rings every now and again because it brings me a bunch of happiness. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let me know what you want me to check out next. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. I love you all. Goodbye.